AM edition that I hope actually works. We've been having some technical difficulties so far. My friend today, if it works, is Arianna Monteverdi, a friend who lives in France, and all is right in the world. um,
Yes.
Amazing. Okay, cool. Well, I was just introducing you. You have a couple of EPs out. You have some demos that you're recently released, right?
Yes, I haven't actually publicly released them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, one of
Those are for me.
the one of them is online on YouTube, and it's called "Falling for Falling." This one is for everyone.
Okay. Um, well, I have you linked in my bio, so anybody else who wants to follow you can find you in my bio.
Mhm.
I met Arianna in 2013 in a very special place in the middle of nowhere, Texas, through mutual friends. And we became kind of like sisters. That I was living there for a couple of weeks, just kind of at this little artist commune type place, a very special little place in kind of the countryside of Texas. And then Ariana was visiting, I think it was like you were in between a festival or something. You were just staying for a week or two.
Yeah, I went to the US because a friend of mine was getting married in North Carolina, and from there we went to West Virginia for a music festival, Clifftop Music Festival, and
Okay.
then I went all the way down to Texas.
Okay. Um, I remember that is the first time I saw someone playing banjo properly up close. And she gave me a mini lesson, which I never started playing banjo, but it was a great lesson. And that was actually the last time, let's see, 2013. That was the last time I rode a horse. And it was with you, and we rode cutting horses together, which was
I
super
remember.
cool. Very fond memories of that summer. And I think we stayed up till like, 4 a.m., like watching the stars one night. Was it a comet? The comets that were happening?
Yeah, probably it was I don't know. It was
It was
full
Yumi
of.
and Sawyer, right? I think it was Yumi and Sawyer. And then we rode horses the next day. We were all so tired and grumpy.
I remember that.
That was a really great time. So, anyways, and then we've met up again at that place in Texas. We've met up in Austin. Um, we filmed some music videos at that special place.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't know, I've visited her in France. So we've had an interesting, fun back and forth friendship for the last 7 years.
Exactly.
Six and a
Hmm.
half. 6.5, I guess. Cool. Well, thank you for joining me. Um, I have several questions for you, so we'll just see how much time we have.
Sure.
Um, what would you say was your hardest song to write?
It
Like
might be the
you,
song.
like you would say, you really had to fight for it.
It might be the one I'm trying to write just now.
Okay.
I think my writing process has changed, um, like for the last year or year and a
Mm-hmm.
half. Um, I'm trying to search places within myself, if you say that,
Yeah.
that I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and to write all the songs I'm now writing. Um, I'm trying to reach out more positive feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
Um,
Does
so
your song
anytime,
have a title? The one you're working on now?
not yet, not even. But as always, I've found that when you have like a deadline, you know, that either you set to yourself or that some circumstances um, like like these circumstances, you have to finish the song by a certain date, then it helps. So I'm
True.
trying at the moment. Yeah. But
Do you have
the
any
most
like Are you in any songwriting groups where there are deadlines? Because I found I'm in a group and it's helpful because we have deadlines. I'm not currently in a group. I was in a group.
To my knowledge, we don't have those groups here in France. So I've
Okay.
never joined one, but you told me about them, and I think it's very good. It's like teamwork without being actual teamwork, and I
Do you
could
want to
probably
join
try.
mine?
If I could, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's talk about it afterwards. Okay, help me remember to talk to you about it. What would you say is your most powerful music moment? Like looking back on your life, maybe there's a moment where just like, and you could be playing or not playing music, maybe you're hearing or watching music happen, but like for you, what was one of the most powerful music moments in your life?
I actually have a very vivid memory of my first um, music memory, and
Mm-hmm.
I was
How old?
um, at 4,
Okay.
and I think it triggers everything afterwards. It's just I was listening to a Vivaldi piece of music, and it was a concerto pour mandoline. I remember that because I asked my mother afterwards, and it just I was overwhelmed with like feelings and emotions, and I didn't know what was going on. But every now and then, when I connect this way to my feelings, listening to music or playing music, it always brings me back to that place. So,
Okay. Interesting.
mm,
I love that you remember the title, that you were that young and you also remember the name of the piece. That's really
because
amazing.
my mother helped, right?
Yeah,
She's
that's
the one who
awesome.
told me.
Um, okay, last question and then I'll ask you one for my board game. How does being bilingual help you as a musician? Or how does it affect you as a musician? Do you think it's a good thing, not a good thing, helpful, not helpful?
So I'm not, strictly speaking, I'm not bilingual because it's not like being bilingual is like you have two mother tongue, like, like your
I
parents.
consider it that you're fluent.
Yeah, I'm fluent.
You're
So,
fluent in
but,
two languages, at least two languages.
yeah, it helps a lot, and uh, throughout the years, it's taken me to places that I would not have gone, I think. Um, and it really drew me to songwriting, and also to really try and understand the work of other singer-songwriters, as big as Bob Dylan or John Baez and and other people like you. Just
Yeah.
want to really understand what's behind the song, what what feeling, what emotion, what scene, what's the story that's being told. So and if I hadn't spoken English, it would have cut me off from such a wide range of music. Yeah,
True.
mm. And it's
Cool.
helped me. Uh, yeah, it's helped me meet a lot of people too. There's no language barrier, so it's really useful.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, a lot of Americans are not able to speak other languages, and it makes me very sad because I'm one of those Americans. Um, anyways, okay, so I have a question for you. I don't know what it is, but I have a question. Okay. Oh, that doesn't even make sense. So I don't know if you have this in maybe in school. Have you ever been chosen as the most likely to fill in the blank? Like we do it in high school, I think, where it's like the most likely to succeed or the most likely to
Very
win a
good.
beauty pageant or whatever. Do y'all do
No,
that?
no,
Okay.
we don't do this.
Okay. Maybe it's an American thing.
Maybe.
Okay. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone while thinking they were someone else?
um, I
It could
may have.
be by text or by phone or in person.
Yeah, by phone definitely. But this is work related, so everyone I know, you know, right now it's not you. It's, yeah, work related, because I work as a reflexologist. I have my private studio, and I have a long list of clients, right? So sometimes someone would call and, give me a name and I think that's someone. And so
Yeah.
it's not really awkward because you're not talking really intimate things on the phone or whatever. But I've never admitted it. I always keep it for myself.
Right. I did it recently, and I also did not admit it because I was like, oh yeah, hi Chris. Um, I texted a picture, or did I text a picture of myself in a new outfit to, I
Hmm.
tried to text it to my friend who sews her own clothing, but I sent
Okay.
it to a work associate that has the same name. So, and it was like 11 at night, and she was like the head of marketing, and she responded. She was like, well, because I was like, what do you think about this? And she was like, well, I don't know. Like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my gosh. And so I just replied back with like, well, I'm thinking about keeping it, but it's too long and I need to get it altered. And I just don't know if it's cute enough to keep. And so sorry, I didn't realize how late it was.
Wow.
And then I sent it to the friend I meant to send it to, and I was just really embarrassed. But it was fine. I could have been, I guess, something more embarrassing, but she was really gracious about it.
Okay. That's a good story. But yeah, it's like even if nobody's witnessing, we're all like trying to, make like a small lie. Or
Do you know JP Jackie in the
don't tell.
look? Can you see the people? Someone waved. Do you know Jackie?
Yes, he's
Okay.
my uncle. He lives in.
Mary's on. Hi, Mary. Oh my
Hi, man.
gosh. All the friends are united.
Yeah.
Um, yes. Okay. Do you have a question for me?
Yes. Like since the beginning of your quarantine,
Hmm.
have you watched a lot of live shows? And if so, did you like anyone in particular?
I have not watched too many, and if I
Yeah.
have, they haven't been very long. Like I'll jump in for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then I'll jump out. It's very hard to watch lives. Like the sound quality isn't that great,
Yeah.
and it's just it. You know, I hope that everyone realizes how special live music is because it's so hard to watch it on a computer screen. When it's just like Instagram Live or something or Facebook Live, the quality is just not great. I've seen some pre-recorded with really nice microphones and a nice setup that have been good,
Okay.
but the live streaming is not great for music.
Okay.
Um, I think the biggest thing has been that there's just so much of it happening because that's all we can do is live stream music that it's just I feel like my senses are overwhelmed and I just can't take in very much. And I think that I've just let it be okay. Like I'm okay with that and I don't judge anyone for not watching my lives or not watching live
Yeah.
music via computer screen. Um I enjoyed so David Bazan did a live stream this week that I was able to catch maybe 15 minutes of it at the end, and that was pretty good. Um, and but he had a nice setup, like, and he was using Twitch, and I'm not sure, I'm not as familiar with Twitch. I don't know how to get that set up, but he had a nice microphone and he had like a computer and a phone set up to live stream.
I've actually seen a few that I really liked, and I think amongst the ones that I watched, I like the ones that looked very intimate the best. That they had no um, specific setups or whatever. It was uh, just people. You could just see their face, hardly see their instrument, and it was just suddenly you feel like you're actually next to that person, and the sound is just like we're chatting right now. It's just like the phone sound, but it's.
Right.
I thought it was a good experience, and so yeah, I'm planning to watch more of these. It's technology that's us do it.
It's unfortunate, but we're doing the best that we can.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick little pop question and then will you play a song?
Sure.
Oh, have I ever ridden a horse? Yes, actually, the last time with you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they were cutting horses.
Yes.
So the steering was different than normal, I guess, Western equestrian, or I don't
Yeah.
know that. So like normally you would use the bridle to and direct a horse. But with cutting
Yeah.
horses, you actually direct with your knees,
Your
and it's
legs.
the opposite that you would with a bridle.
It's yeah, I'm not that because I did classic horse riding growing up,
I
but
had to relearn how to ride the horse basically because you don't steer with your hands, you steer with your knees.
you're always meant to stir with your legs and your like your bassin, how do you say bassin, pelvis, I guess, like your hips,
Hmm.
so as to give as much freedom as you can to the horse mouth. But yeah, very different. And I guess the what's most different is that it's like driving like a random car and a Porsche. Or they're very fast and they turn really quickly, and it's very subtle, and the dynamic is completely different. Yeah,
It was really cool, and I've haven't ridden a horse since, so I would like to. It's been a minute. I'd love to.
I should come back so just so we can do
Yes,
more.
that'd be great. Well, even when you came back last time, we didn't get to go. I think you might have gone whenever we did the videos. You were there for a
We,
long time. We were just there maybe a night, but
yeah, I was mostly in Austin and Fort Worth the last time I was there.
that's fair. Um, okay. Uh, will you play a song?
I will have my
And does
guitar.
this song have a name?
Yes, it's called A New Day, and it's a song about hope. I volunteer for with a Christian organization that takes care of women who are victims of human trafficking, and most of them are from Nigeria. And so, and I voted for one of these girls, especially, but it's just it's the like they come here and they just expect a better life, something different, and it turns out that it's not. So, um, and yeah, so it's talking about a new day and like a new a new love, that's blooming and hopefully will, how can I say that? Hopefully it will lift them up. I believe that's what's going to happen. Okay, so it's called a new day. Should I go?
Yeah.
Another day is dawning within me and things have started shifting. Let it dwell in your heart and hear the birds are flying higher than did you hear the sky softly on the wings of the wind rising up in a joyful cry. Another day is coming, taking turns with the stars, and all life is blooming, and they'll take us far. quietly I'm listening to your voice in the night, and the mountains echoing, beautiful night. Deserts that come from the west of what we call even better life. Is it true? Another day is coming, taking turns with the stars, and new life is blooming, and they'll take us far. Quietly I'm listening to your voice in the night, the mountains echoing, beautiful night.
Wow. Oh, I love that one so much. I've only heard it twice now, and that melody is so beautiful and it gets stuck in my head. And I can't wait to hear it, like the actual recording, not live, because I know it's going to be so good.
Okay, I'll try and make this happen real fast.
I mean,
Promise.
just let me know when it happens. No pressure. We're all in quarantine.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad technology worked out for us. It was a little scary there for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For having me. It was a pleasure. I'm so glad. And if you need more French artists, musicians, I have a lot of contacts to give you. So if you have
Okay.
any positive feedbacks on this experience, then we can keep it going.
Yeah, I'm down. So I'll share a link with you of this recording later, and you can share it with your friends and see if anyone's interested.
Okay, awesome.
Cool.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. Thanks everyone for this special half episode with Arianna Monteverdi. She's linked in my bio, so you can find her easily. And yeah, she has probably in her bio links to other things as well that you could find and enjoy. So
All right.
everybody stay safe out there, and I'll see you maybe tonight at 10 p.m. if you're joining me. I mean, I'll be hanging out with Ray Prim, but y'all have a good one. Bye.
Bye. Bye.